Dr. James here for the last Reef Health update before Christmas. We're continuing to see hot and dry conditions here in the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park. That's being driven by a climate system in the Indian Ocean that affects our weather over here in Queensland. We're likely to see those conditions persist until the end of the year with a later monsoon season and possibly into 2020. Perhaps unsurprisingly, this is leading to some thermal stress in the marine park. And I draw your attention to this image from the Bureau of Meteorology. What we're seeing here is a thermal stress map. So you can see where it's orange and yellow, that's where there's higher than average temperatures at the moment. So you'll notice from Mackay south, there's some thermal stress there. We've reported that previously. But also I draw your attention to the far north, where in recent days there's been a low intensity heat wave that has started to increase temperatures in that portion of the reef. For the remainder of the reef, where it's blue, that's showing temperatures at average or below average conditions for this time of year. Now, I think it's fair to say that we're still in the early days of summer for the 2019-2020 season. Now, we'll be watching very closely throughout the marine park for how that thermal stress develops over the course of summer. But what I think is really important to state at this point is that there's no current threat of significant coral bleaching for the majority of the marine park. Our Crown of Thorns starfish response team has just returned from the Whitsundays region of the marine park, where they've been surveying Crown of Thorns starfish on 8 high-value reefs in the offshore region. Now, I'm pleased to report that although some Crown of Thorns starfish were seen, no outbreaks were recorded. And this is really good news. However, there was still evidence of some damage from Cyclone Debbie that moved through that region in 2017. But also, some good news, they're starting to see some recovery from that impact, and that's what we'd be hoping to see at this stage, so that's really encouraging. Now, we'll continue to monitor Crown of Thorns starfish in that region, and if it's required, we'll implement control measures to prevent any further outbreaks. If you're out on the reef over the next few weeks, please stay safe and make sure you're familiar with our rules, including the zoning. You can find free zoning maps at local bait and tackle shops, information service centres, and also by downloading our Eye on the Reef app. As always, you can report any interesting sightings or incidents through our Eye on the Reef app, and that way we can all play a part in keeping an eye on the reef over this Christmas period. This will be the last Reef Health update for this year while we take a short break over Christmas. Be assured that we'll be continuing to monitor conditions in the marine park very closely, and we'll provide you with an update early in the new year. And I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas from myself and the staff at the Marine Park Authority.